Welcome back to Daytime. RogersTV.com is our website. Really wish we had invented smell-o-vision, because every time Philippe comes from a Roma Mediterranean restaurant, this place just smells
I don't, because
fantastic.
then there's more for me.
Oh, this is absolutely true. Yep, kicking in some great lunchtime cravings for us. You know what? Maybe I'll just fill the gap with a pop or maybe a donut.
I'm thinking, since Kari is here and she's talking about how much sugar we should consume, that's probably not a good idea.
Kari Her eyes are burning, burning a hole in my head right now.
It does smell good in here.
It does, doesn't it?
When it comes to sugar, I think people think, okay, absolutely zero, we should not be consuming any. Is that the truth?
No, I mean, there's lots of natural sugars out there and some really, really good foods that hold amazing antioxidants and vitamins and fiber and things like that. So there's some really good sugars out there. But it's summertime, right?
Right.
So we are hot, we're thirsty. What do we usually have? We have all kinds of different things in summer. So usually this is the time where we go, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick up a iced cap. I'm gonna stop for a pop. What else do we have?
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
Is so sugary.
All those things. The kids, now they're not having a fruit after dinner. They want a popsicle, they want a freezy, they want fudgesicles, they want all this stuff, right? So what do we do? How much is too much? What's too little? What do we do? There's now, for the first time, sugar recommendations, meaning that an adult male should have no more than 36 grams of sugar per day. An adult female should have no more than 25 grams of sugar per day. And that translates to about, for the men, that translates to about 9 teaspoons of sugar, and for the woman, about just over 6 teaspoons of sugar. So it's a conversion of 4 grams per teaspoon. Wow. So if you think about that, but really how much sugar is in stuff? How do we know?
Good
right?
point.
Like, how do we know? Is that my milk? Is that my, like, what?
Well, for some people who have sugary cereals, they actually, by the time they leave the house, they've already probably exceeded the allotted amount.
Yeah, exactly. And that's first thing in the morning. And usually we want to think of our sugar as our treat, right? So if we're having the dessert that Philippe just made, that would be our sugar amount for the day if we had a small slice of that at the end of the day. So that's our added sugar amount from the angel food cake, or if there was any added sugar if it was a different type of dessert. So that's the kind of allotment you want to give yourself. But what's happening is that there's the ice cap in the morning, and then there's the fudgesicle from that school event, and then there's the ice cream, or go for the blizzard later on after baseball or whatever it happens to be.
Or sports drinks.
Oh, huge, yeah. And the thing about sports drinks is that there are a lot of people who need that. There's a defined population who needs it, especially if they're doing training sessions that are over 2 hours or hour and a half in length. But not everybody needs it. Or if it's a really humid day, there are times and places kind of thing where you need the electrolyte, that's the potassium, sodium back into you, and some of the sugar back into you. But that's from all that you're losing in sweat. Right. But that's, you kind of got to take it in stride, right? So part of the thing is that people don't know how to read the label. So if we go, like, what do you figure would be in a can of Coke?
A can of Coke?
36 grams of sugar.
Good guess.
Okay.
So that would be a man's,
clearly somebody reads
a daily allotment, right?
For the entire day in one can.
It's actually 42 grams.
Oh, 42.
Wow. So
but we have to learn how to read a label, right?
Absolutely.
So you're going to see your carbs, your protein, your fat, things like that. Check this out. So that's a little bigger than a normal can size, but people think this is normal, right? This is a normal.
Oh my goodness.
But you never would have thought.
So 64 grams of sugar.
Right.
Right there. So now take a guess for a small blizzard, not a medium, not a large, a small blizzard, and not one that's like full of the Fudgio or whatever. And trust me, summer treat, if there's something I want to have, it's going to be a blizzard.
I'm going to say like 70.
It's 62 for a blizzard.
It is not.
Now take small McDonald's milkshake. Small. Not medium, not large. Small.
I don't even want to guess.
77 grams.
Wow.
Divide that by 4, that's your number of teaspoons of sugar in there. So there's over 15 teaspoons of sugar in there. A large is going to be 150 grams. So you're going 4 days worth of your sugar allotment there. So this is where we transfer into that problem of what happens to us when we get sugar addicted. Number one, we are hardwired to want sugar because it has helped keep us alive for many, many years.
Sure.
So we want to crave that sugar, but we've we've invented foods that are really, really high in sugar. So too much so. And then our insulin, that hormone, goes through the roof, and then it drops back down. That's when we're feeling a bit low. But if you're continually having high sugar things all day long, you start to become insulin resistant because your blood sugar's going up, the insulin's trying to bring it down, blood sugar's going up, until finally your body stops really reacting to the hormone that's meant to bring the sugar down. That's when you become pre-diabetic and have diabetes. So it's very, very related to the sugar, and that's why the sugar recommendations come out. So the only thing we really want to say is learn how to read those labels. Find out how much sugar is in your cereal. Find out what's in, and it's the added things. If you had plain yogurt, that's fine. That's just some natural sugars in plain yogurt. If it's the yogurt with some added sugar, then you got to see what they're added for flavor in there, if it's a strawberry or a fruit flavored kind of thing. So you got to be aware, read the label, take a look, and see whether you're getting what you think you're getting.
Where does the artificial sweetener fall into this, or does it at all?
It really, from these recommendations, it really doesn't. The way that I would advise my clients on that one is that it's going to keep you craving sugar. It's very sweet. Artificial sweeteners are many times sweeter than natural sugar. So I try to keep them on the natural route, because if they have their sugars from fruits, or they have their one treat a day that's their sugary thing, say it's a fudgesicle on a hot day, then they're more likely to kind of monitor what they're having, instead of just, oh, I'm going to have anything, I'm going to have the Diet Coke, I'm going to have the this and that, and then you crave more. You want more sweet. The more you have, the more you want it. Whereas if you're having your orange or a pear or something like that, the amount of sugar that's in that orange or pear, you can't keep consuming 65 grams of it. It would take, I could do the math and figure it out, but it's probably going to take about 10 oranges in order to do that. It's a self-limiting thing. It's not going to allow, because it's full of water, full of fiber, it's going to fill you up way before you can OD on the sugar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not likely to eat an entire dozen of oranges in one sitting, so you're going to regulate it yourself.
Exactly, because you're going to get too full, whereas we've got lots of foods that are so high in sugar that we can just keep packing it in because we're not full yet and we're craving more. So yeah, those are the recommendations. Read the labels. You'll be shocked at something like your pop or whatever. It doesn't seem like there'd be a lot in there, but boom, there goes your day's allotment of the added sugars kind of thing.
Yeah.
Happens before you even know it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Boom.
Crazy.
Straight to the butt.
Yeah.
Straight to the gut.
Yeah. Thanks, Kari.
No problem.
All right. Good advice. Great training. 206 Piccadilly Street or empowerconditioning.com online. It's time now to take a look at today's pet of the day.
Did you know that our